They also went on record that Vitaly watches a ton one bounty rune trade, and even 4.
What do you make? Oh, I'll hold that thought. If they wrap all the way around on Arme top, important to Clockwork's positioning, and yeah, exactly right. Look at the space that a Corey play with Theological all the way around, straight on top of Arme. The game's going to be picked up from PSG.LGD.
Oh, this You're gonna have to go for another kill.
Yeah, toss back, Faith Beyond. This time he's got some more Eidolons to be working with. Melphis as well. Shinkyu needs to get in front of the Shadow Fiend. He'll cut off to the left side here. It's going to enable... Why should be killed off underneath the tier 1 tower. Looks like Gardic's going to do it from afar. Vitaly will finally step back in. He's got the Glaive, in fact, to continue to stall this out. As if the Thunder Gods is going to be used, it's not enough, and now Vitaly gets enough experience thanks to the kill onto the Dazzle, so now he's got the first spot of the game to work with.
3 deaths for Arme.
Secure the kill onto Arme. 3 deaths on the Terrorblade to start, and meanwhile, Analog mid lane used the boat as well. He's trying to chase down Nothing to Say, who might be forced to go for a deny into the neutrals. Rest of the team starting to care. Shinkyu as well has to toss to send him away. He's actually going to send him the tower instead. Oh no! Not that way, because Theological can step in, just close the distance onto the Zeus, and now Analog, he's going to be able to escape as well. Theological has the cogs to protect the Conquer. What a beautiful sequence.
Pinging it out, they want to make the move, but still 10 seconds left on the primal split, leaving them a little bit anxious about making this move.
Yeah, Theological is hoping for some extra reinforcements. No one will show up though, so Nothing to Say he's going to go snag that kill. Of course, they've got their ultimates, they're going to catapult timing as well. They want to look to get kills. Going to be chased down to the triangle, and everyone just splits away from PSG.LGD. They want nothing to do with a potential skirmish. Analog will stop
in their favor, so looking to see when Hikori want to take their team fights. For another smoke here on Analog. The 15 seconds left on the hook shots. So.
Okay, Split's gonna come out. Faith Beyond was attempting to try and step in with the threat of the black hole. They're gonna turn it to deal with Arme. Someone needs to address the Dazzle though. He'll be able to utilize the Grave to protect Arme for the moment. So the Sunder's gonna give him bonus health to play with now on the Terrorblade. And Vitaly needs to try and get some distance away. But the Primal Split soon to expire. They'll use the Thunder God's Wrath as well, just to scout him out in the tree line. So PSG.LGD, the first big skirmish victory for them as all 4 heroes show up.
Yeah, that's completely different if they just have the Cyclone up onto the Dazzle, right? We've seen that Wise positioning as well as Siamese Cat for...
Where if Hikori all show top, they can try and trade. Nothing to say.
It's under attack.
Quick gets with the Your Scepter and a hold Analog back, but he didn't know that Theological was in the neighborhood as well. So another hook shot on the mark here for the Clockwork, catching out...
Get a jump onto the back line. They can take out the Wyvern. It opens up so much.
Faith Beyond, that's an aggressive team straight into the middle. The Shinkyu with the toss back, a lot of damage onto the Conqueror at the moment, but Analog is able to pop the BKB. Now Theological once again is able to jump into the middle of the fight. The heroes will be able to counter out the Requiem, but Lumiere with the right click damage is starting to rack up. They need to avoid Arme, that's where the Cyclone's able to come into play. But can they address the rest of PSG.LGD now? They'll turn to deal with the Wraith Pact, and as soon as that killed off, it looks like PSG.LGD have concerns with their positioning, so they're going to look to back up, cutting their losses in 2 members, but Faith Beyond, he might have an angle for the black hole. He's trying to find an opening to enter the fight, but the cogs will block him from finding that opening as Hikori bring down 3 members and they lose no one.
They lose no one, they retain the Aegis, you get rid of the Terrorblade's Mantis.
The Kari Snipe going down. They also have a ward on the high ground, so they see Faith Beyond. Shinkyu's going to try and toss 2 heroes into the cogs as Faith Beyond with no hesitation. But the battery assault instantly cancels the black hole, and now he might not be able to escape. Hikori, they've already used their stun, so they will not be able to catch up, but the first black hole of the game will net them no value.
Tower is under attack.
Tried to, I want to say they tried to go for another play. This is just Corey playing really effectively around their vision, especially considering the fact that you've got some of these instant jumps onto the back line, being able to even further once guarding.
Vitaly mid lane might be in trouble. Bottom lane, Nothing to Say, blows him up with the help of Shinkyu, and now Arme's even going to TP in. They see Guardian in the tree line, and another kill.
Got that vision for free. Coming up onto the high ground. Have to be a little bit careful about going too far forward. You are still against a tiny LGD. He's just looking for that key pickoff, but they're happy enough to leave Lumiere on the
Gonna
front
run
line.
up actually. A toss into the middle. Look at the damage onto the first life. Lumiere's gonna get blown up. Theolicor's gonna look to try and jump it as well into Armate, but they're unable to lock on top of the Terrorblade for the moment. Armate will step up to the left side, but PSG.LGD, what a successful start to the team fight. They get so much out of it, and let's see if they can catch up to more as Xinkyu jumps in onto Analog. He can beat. Oh, they'll run into nothing to say, in fact. They need an angle for the hook shot, and Theolicore just clipping even after the jump away. Beautifully done from Akori. Quick movement from them. Yeah. The ultimate's going to expire from Vitalis. The Clockwork just runs into the middle straight to Arme. The rainbow to the Terrorblade standing his ground up the back of the BKB. A Winter's Curse will buy them some time, but it's not the food. Click down the Hikori members as Analog will fall. They even brought back on Theolicore, but he was unable to re-enter the team fight. So in the end, PSG.LGD come out on top, and they're considering about walking up high ground.
Yeah, absolutely. They don't have to contend against that primal split anymore. Still another 15 seconds until he's even got the primal companion as well. And Dali, for now, he's sticking himself on the front lines. But
Jump in, Xinkyu. It's back onto Lumiere. It's put Xinkyu in a very awkward position. Theolicore as well is trying to make space for the heroes to the right side to enable that kill, but no one's gonna go down.
Gonna go down, but I don't think LGD are gonna take anything either. They end up getting
In this fight now, if you can catch up the Terrorblade.
So look at where they're pinging. They want to go the full wrapper and great positioning from Vitali.
Instant use of the Thunder Gods as well. Scouts out the primal. But the jump in from Theolicore and might give him enough time to get the primal split up, but Army just turns and starts to right click the members down. Bye-bye went to Wire, and is going to buy back to look to rejoin. But how do they address Army at the moment? Lumia's going to be into the middle. Charging up directly with the grave from Y. Might give him the time for the side of the primal as well. Army's alive, and now they can turn it around. The right clicks are going to work. Lumia will fall, and the rest of Akori will join him in the grave as PSG.LGD. They were seconds away from losing the team fight, seconds away from Army being blown up, but they kept him alive long enough. And that will enable them to take the skirmish.
Oh, the black hole coming through as well onto the perfect target, just giving him enough time to be able to get that Sunder through. It was a great Winter's Curse as well, but the Sunder'd gotten off. He was survivable, and yeah, I mean, it's just a little bit too much focus onto Arme for me. Hikori played that essentially as perfectly as they could, but if the target priority isn't quite there, then we'll see what happens. GD with enough openings, even getting the dieback out of Gardic on his Wyvern.
Now, for the first time, PSG.LGD have been able to find all the components of the Roshan. That's it per round. Faith Beyond's probably the first person they'll run into. Pinging up though, thanks to the scan. And all the way to the right, they've got nothing to say. Aeon is going to be popped for the moment, but it looks like there's nothing they can do. The Zeus, he'll go down. He's dying. No way. No way. No way he lives. How does...
Punished Hikori very effectively.
This is a slight window with the Metamorphosis on cooldown as Theolicore finds the opening onto Faith Beyond once again, but the BKB still yet to be completed. So they'll get a big kill onto the Enigma. Let's see if they can catch up to Xinkyu as well. The Blink coming up shortly. The Gardic and Lumiere able to get the damage off to be able to prevent that. So Corey
Gem as well.
will at least get 2 kills and the gem.
Nice little bonus there. Do they see it?
Maybe.
Oh, Faith Beyond sees it. Seemed like Hikori do as well. Nighttime, man, I'm telling you, it decides a lot of games. They're trying to bait him a little bit here. Not out anyone.
Arme on the charge. They got the vision. Arme, he's just going to jump up the high ground. Target's guarded down first. A quarter breaks will keep him alive, but nothing to say. Instantly blows him up, and up with the toss back as well onto Vitali. There'll be no split to protect the Brewmaster. And now they're on to more as Faith Beyond might be able to run into Analog.
Time at least. Corey gonna be able to respond to it with the glyph, but get back to base.
Radiant's middle tower.
Vitali up in 15. The save along with the curse to potentially deal with Arme is vital for them, but they will not have him.
This is the threat.
And Arme, he's just going to jump over the team for tower. A couple of crits. Oh my. Arme just cleans up Analog. And Xinkyu's going to fall up as well, grouping them all together. Faith Beyond's waiting for the opening. Vitaly will be able to play with the split, but Arme protected with the BKB for the moment, so he's able to reposition.
Radiant's middle tower.
Found the dazzle though. Wyatt's gonna be caught out for the moment. Buying a little bit of space, gonna be knocked on to say once again the toss to force them to group up. As they're in with the black hole, it'll be stopped in its tracks. A lot of damage thanks to the Winter's Curse, but they've lost Lumiere. They've lost the main damage source, and the rest of the components are gonna crumble as soon as the Shadow Fiend gets buried 6 feet under. As PSG.LGD gonna look to close out this game 1. And yep, they've done it. GG's are called, and PSG.LGD will start off their TI-11 run with a victory.
They'd be sweating a little bit though. Hikori made it work for it. I mean, they had the win probability until about the 30 or so minute mark of that game. On the ropes for quite some time, but just takes a single team